University Challenge. Asking the questions, Amol Rajan.
Hello and welcome to University Challenge. With all the first round heats now played, this game and the next are repechage matches in which the 4 highest scoring losing teams from round 1 will have a second chance to join the 14 teams already safely through to round 2. The team from London School of Oriental and African Studies, or SOAS, played next-door neighbours UCL in their opening game, and in that match, UCL took an early lead and then stayed in front throughout, but SOAS were never much more than a starter or 2 behind them. And the game finished with UCL on 210 points and SOAS on 170. Along the way, SOAS showed us they know a lot about sport, philosophy and punk music, and their overall bonus conversion rate was the highest of the round at just under 80%. Let's meet the team from SOAS once again.
Hi, I'm Hatam Zain. I'm from Manchester by way of Ethiopia, and I'm studying history and politics.
Howdy, howdy. I'm V. Davis Aladren. I'm from Islington, and I'm studying politics, philosophy and economics.
And their captain.
Hello, I'm Andrew Graham from Cheddington in Buckinghamshire. I'm studying a Masters in Medical Anthropology and Mental Health.
Hi, I'm Matthew Regan. I'm from Dublin, Ireland, and I'm studying Global Liberal Arts.
The team from Imperial are here tonight having had a real tussle in their first game with Churchill College, Cambridge. The lead changed hands in that match several times, and going into the final minute, only 5 points separated the two teams. But in the end, it was Churchill who managed to take one last starter, meaning at the gong they had 175 points to Imperial's 160. Imperial have answered particularly well so far on mathematical logic, paleontology and Korean food, but slightly less well on classical music. Let's meet them for the second time.
Hi, I'm Raheem Dina. I'm originally from Seychelles and now live in Peterborough, and I'm doing a PhD in ecology and evolution.
Hi, I'm Eugenia Tong. I'm from Hong Kong and I study chemistry.
And their captain.
Hello, I'm Oscar O'Flanagan. I'm from London and I'm doing a PhD in atmospheric physics.
Hi, I'm Justin Kung. I'm from Hong Kong and I study computing.
Well, it's very nice to see you all again and your outlandish mascots. Hopefully they'll bring you some luck. Very, very best of luck. Here we go. Fingers on buzzers. Here's your first starter for 10. Good luck. What short word links all of the following? In mycology, fungal plant pathogens of the order Puccineales, and by extension the diseases caused by them. In computer science, a programming language created by Graydon...
Imperial Dina.
Rust?
It is Rust. Well done. Your bonuses, Imperial, are questions on works in the National Portrait Gallery in London. In 1856, a portrait of whom became the gallery's first acquisition, receiving the catalogue number of 1. The portrait is notable for its subject's prominent earring.
The Vermeer thing? No, but it's not in the National Portrait Gallery, though.
Oh, right.
I don't have anything...
Do you have anything else?
Queen Elizabeth I, maybe? The digitally portrait? I don't know. Sure.
The digitally portrait of Elizabeth I?
No, it's William Shakespeare.
Oh.
With catalogue number 7153, a portrait by Joshua Reynolds of the first Polynesian known to have visited Britain was acquired by the gallery in 2023. By what name is the subject known?
No, pass. I've seen this painting. I don't know the name.
Pass.
It is famous. It's Mai or Omai. Bad luck. The oldest object in the National Portrait Gallery's collection is a coin from circa 796, depicting which ruler of Mercia?
Offa, maybe?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Offa?
It is Offa, yes. Yes, let's start the question. The name of which country appeared in print for the first time in the 1933 pamphlet, Now or Never, Are We to Live or Perish Forever, written by Chowdhury Ramat Ali. Its original spelling is today rendered with an additional letter I between letters standing for...
Imperial Kern.
Turkey.
No, I'm afraid you lose 5 points for Kashmir and Sindh. You can buzz if you want to have a go.
SOAS Graham.
Pakistan?
It is Pakistan, yes. Your bonuses then, SOAS, are 3 questions on a shared surname. What is the surname of the married couple Mortimer and Tessa, known for their work at Romano-British archaeological sites, including Segontium and Verulamium, in the early 20th century? Along with their student Kathleen Kenyon, they gave their name to a method for archaeological excavation.
Genuinely, no idea.
Pass.
It's Wheeler. Lyle Wheeler won the first of his 5 Academy Awards for Best Art Direction, for which 1939 film, directed by Victor Fleming and based on a novel of 1936?
39 Stats, maybe?
Victor Fleming?
Wizard of Oz?
Bad luck. That was 1939, and it was directed by Victor Fleming, but the answer we wanted was Gone with the Wind. In a 1957 paper, the physicist John Archibald Wheeler coined the name for which hypothetical structure connecting two distant points in space-time, special cases of which are called Einstein-Rosen bridges.
Is this wormhole? Could it be wormholes?
I think so.
Yeah. Wormhole?
It is wormholes, yes, as I think every member of the Imperial team knew. Fingers and buzzers, here's another starter question. I need a single short word here. Writing in the early 17th century, what branch of philosophy did Francis Bacon distinguish from rhetoric in that, quote, it handleth reason exact and in truth, and rhetoric handleth it as it is planted in popular opinion?
SOAS, Graham.
Logic?
It is logic, yes, well done. 3 questions for you, SOAS, on umbrellas in British novels. Quote, all men are equal, all men, that is, who possess umbrellas. Those words appear in which novel by E.M. Forster? Its plot stems in part from Helen Schlegel accidentally taking home an umbrella belonging to a clerk named Leonard Bast.
Might be Howard's End.
Yeah, any thoughts?
Yeah, it's definitely not Morris.
Howard's End?
Well done. The slang term gamp, meaning a large umbrella, refers to Mrs. Gamp, an umbrella-toting character from which Charles Dickens novel? Her umbrella is described as an object of great price and rarity that she displays with particular ostentation.
If it's
Any...
I think that's genuinely a guess.
I think Tale of Two Cities because it's ostentatious and like rich.
Yeah,
But I haven't read it.
Tale of Two Cities would probably be my guess as well.
Tale of Two Cities.
It's Martin Chuzzlewit. Published in 2012, Umbrella is the first novel in a trilogy by which British writer? His other novels include Great Apes and The Book of Dave.
Will Self.
It is Will Self, yeah. Now start the question. Picture round now. For your picture starter, you're going to see a chart representing the amount of electricity generated in the UK from a particular source. For 10 points, I need you to identify the source.
Imperial O'Flanagan.
Coal.
It is coal, yes. Your picture starter there, you saw a chart representing the precipitous decline in electricity generated from coal in the UK. For your bonuses, Imperial, you're going to see a chart representing electricity generation in the UK from 3 more sources. 5 points for each energy source you can work out. First, the source represented by the line labelled A.
Oh, this is shot up.
Solar,
Could be
maybe?
wind power. There's been a lot of offshore wind. Could be biomass burning, because that's replaced coal.
Could one of them be nuclear energy?
One of them is probably nuclear energy.
But it's not A. I don't think it's A.
Okay. Any preference? Wind power.
Yes. Secondly, the source represented by the line labelled B.
So this is okay. Not the biggest now. So could be nuclear.
I mean, it was high in 1985. Like,
Yeah.
it was fairly consistent. So,
Okay.
Could
Are we
we
happy
sure?
with that? Nuclear.
Yes. Finally, the source represented by the line labelled C.
could this be solar? Like, why would it be flat before 2010?
Yeah. Could be solar. Could be.
Or hydroelectric?
No, because it wouldn't be 0 before. There's been hydroelectric for a long time.
Solar maybe, because solar panels.
Tidal.
would-
What else is there?
Maybe they're that efficient.
Solar.
It is solar, yes. Now let's start the question. Fingers on buzzers. Scores level. The Spallanzani Award is given to researchers who primarily study which order of animals. The award's name is taken from Italian biologist Lazzaro Spallanzani, who published an influential set of letters in 1794 describing these animals' ability to navigate around his room at night, even after he had blown out his candle, laying the groundwork for later theories of animal...
Imperial O'Flanagan.
Bats.
It is bats, yes, well done. Your 3 bonuses, Imperial, are questions on the American chemist Darlene Hoffman. In 1971, Hoffman published the groundbreaking discovery of tiny amounts of which element in a rock formation several billion years old. This constituted the first evidence of a transuranic element occurring in nature.
Oh, that's not.
Plutonium occurs in nature in very small quantities.
Sure.
Plutonium.
Yes. In 1993, Hoffman helped confirm the existence of which transuranic element discovered in 1974 by Albert Ghiozzo and with atomic number 106. After some debate, it eventually became the first element named after a living scientist.
Seaborgium.
Okay, yeah. Seaborgium.
Yes. Hoffman is also credited with the discovery of symmetric spontaneous fission, which he observed in isotope 257, of which actinide element, the heaviest synthetic element that can be formed by neutron bombardment of lighter elements?
Ooh. Which actinide? Well, they use berkelium in bombardment. Berkelium?
No, it's fermium.
Oh.
Now start the question. What is the final word of the titles of all of the following? A text-based computer game developed in the 1970s by Will Crowther, usually cited as the first significant example of interactive fiction. The English title of a shonen manga series by Hirohiko Araki, whose characters include Jonathan Joestar.
SOAS Davis Aldrin.
Adventure.
It is adventure, well done. Your bonuses, SOAS, are on Spanish food terms. All three answers begin with the same letter and end with the same three letters. Literally meaning seasoned with chili in Mexican Spanish, what name is given to a dish originating in Mexico consisting of a tortilla that is rolled around a filling covered in chili sauce and baked?
Enchilada, I believe.
Enchilada.
I think it's enchilada.
Enchilada.
Other significant ingredients.
Enchilada.
Yes. Borrowed from Catalan, what name meaning roasted in ashes is given to a traditional Catalan dish of slow-roasted aubergine, bell peppers, onions and tomatoes, similar to ratatouille?
Is this,
So it
I want to say
begins-
peace.
Begins with E.
But it-
And an enchilada.
Pass.
Bad luck. It's escalivada. What name, literally meaning enclosed in dough or bread, is given to a type of baked or fried pastry turnover with a savoury filling, widespread in both Spain and Latin America?
Empanada.
It is indeed, yes. Scores level. Now start the question. In January 2025, Birmingham City Council announced that which poet and writer who died in 2023 would be the first...
SOAS O'Regan.
Benjamin Zephaniah.
Certainly was. Your bonuses, SOAS, are three questions on biographers of Richard III. The earliest substantial account of Richard III's reign was written by which lawyer and statesman in the 1510s? His most notable work was published by his friend Erasmus in 1516.
I think it could be like Thomas Cromwell or
yeah, that's what I was going to. That's what I was going to say. Yeah.
Thomas Cromwell.
No, that was Thomas More. One of the chief sources of More's biography of Richard was which Archbishop of Canterbury, whose household More joined at the age of 13. He developed a reputation for his harsh fundraising tactics while serving as Chancellor for Henry VII.
Any thoughts at all?
I'm trying to think. He probably has somewhere famous in London named after him. I think.
Toxteth O'Grady.
It's John Morton, as in Morton's Fork. More's characterisation of Richard was disputed in Historic Doubts on the Life and Reign of King Richard III, a work by which 18th century writer published 4 years after his first novel, The Castle of Otranto.
William Beckford, I think.
Yeah.
William Beckford.
That is Walpole, Horace Walpole. Let's start the question. Born in 1879, which British economist gives his name to a curve that represents the relationship between the level of unemployment in an economy...
SOAS Davis Aldrin.
Laffer?
No, I'm afraid you lose 5 points. And the level of job vacancies. His works include Unemployment, a Problem of Industry, Full Employment in a Free Society, and a 1942 report formerly titled Social Insurance and Allied Services, but more commonly referred to as his namesake report.
Imperial Tongue.
Bevan.
Bevan? It was the Beveridge Report, one of the great works of 20th century Britain. No. Let's start the question. American artist Harvey Littleton was an influential figure in the use of which medium in fine art? In the early 1960s, he and Dominic Labino pioneered a method for manipulating this medium at significantly lower temperatures than usual, thus influencing the work of artists such as Ginny Ruffner and Dale Chihuly.
Imperial Dina.
Glass.
Yes, studio glass specifically. Your bonuses are on Virgil's Aeneid, specifically instances of the word infelix or its inflections, variously translated as luckless, unhappy, unfortunate, or ill-boding. What kind of monstrous winged creature is Seleno, described in Book 3 as Infelix Vates, or ominous prophetess? She is the leader of a group of these creatures encountered by Aeneas on the Strophides.
Maybe harpies?
Yeah.
Or harpies or furies?
I was thinking, my first thought was harpies. I thought
Harpies. Harpies.
harpies.
Yes. Later in the same book, the Trojans rescue Achaemenides, a comrade of which luckless Greek leader? Achaemenides was left behind after his shipmates fled from Polyphemus the Cyclops.
It's not Odysseus.
Yeah, sure.
Odysseus.
Yes, or Ulysses. Virgil describes which queen as Infelix? In Book 6, Aeneas encounters her in the underworld and swears that he left her country unwillingly.
Yeah, Dido.
Yes. Let's start the question. And it's a music round now. For your music starter, you're going to hear a piece of classical music. For 10 points, I need the name of its composer.
Imperial Kang.
No, it's
I'm afraid if you buzz, you must answer straight away. Sorry, you can hear more, but you may not confer.
SOAS Graham.
Prokofiev?
No, it was Brahms, the Hungarian dance in G minor. We'll take your music bonuses in just a moment. Let's start the question. I need the name of a disease here. During the Dutch famine of 1944 and 1945, physician Willem Karel Dicker observed...
SOAS Graham.
Diabetes?
I'm afraid you lose 5 points. Observed that the condition of many of his patients suffering from which disease improved, leading him to determine that the original aggravating factor in their illness had been the protein fraction of wheat, which had been cut out of their diets.
Imperial O'Flanagan.
Berry.
No, it's celiac disease. Oh. Let's start the question. Which play by Shakespeare is the source of the titles of both a 2022 novel by Gabrielle Zevin about the relationship between two game designers and a 2023 novel by Eleanor Catton about a guerrilla gardening collective, those titles being respectively Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow?
Imperial Kang.
Macbeth.
It is Macbeth. Well done, yes. The other title was, of course, Burnham Wood. For your music starter, you heard one of Johannes Brahms' Hungarian dances, which appears on the soundtrack to the computer game Civilization 4 as a representation of the industrial age. For your music bonuses, Imperial, 3 more pieces of classical music that appear in Civilization 4. 5 points for each composer you can name. First, the composer of this piece intended to represent the modern age.
Glass?
Yeah, please.
Could you just fill Glass with John Adams?
Glass,
Philip
probably.
Glass?
Philip Glass.
It's John Adams. Secondly, this composer, whose music plays during the medieval age despite him being born in the 1520s.
Oh, I like it. It's not Monteverdi, right? We're not going to zero Glass with?
Monteverdi.
No, it's Palestrina. Finally, this composer, whose music represents the Renaissance age, despite him having been born in 1756.
Is this Mozart Karlstadt? 1756 would make sense, eh? What instruments are there? Oh, it's a wind. Could it be Mozart?
Bloody hell, sorry. Mozart.
It was Mozart. Absolutely wonderful. Finger buzzers, now start the question. The defeat of Guy of Lusignan at the Battle of the Horns of Hattin prompted which military venture by European rulers 2 years...
Imperial O'Flanagan.
The Third Crusade.
Well done. It was indeed. Your bonus is Imperial. 3 questions on computing vocabulary in French. What French term denotes a computing directory? That is, a means of locating data files. Borrowed into English, this word has come to mean a stock of dramatic or musical pieces that performers are accustomed to playing.
Canon?
Yeah, I mean, that's not a French word I know, but... Canon.
No, it's repertoire.
Oh,
What is the French word for a computer keyboard? Originally meaning key bearer.
Clavier.
Correct. In the computing sense, what is the standard French term for a bookmark? In English, a word with the same spelling denotes a small seal used for authentication and often appears before the word ring.
Signet.
Oh,
Signet,
yeah.
sure. Signet.
Yes, or signor in French. Let's start the question. Born in 1792, which Italian composer was nicknamed Signor Crescendo for his frequent and distinctive use of this effect in his music? The finale of Act 1 of his 1812 opera, The Touchstone, is an early example of this, and later examples can be found in his overtures for The Thieving Magpie and...
Imperial Kang.
Rossini.
It is Rossini. Well done. 3 questions for you, Imperial, on literature. What 6-letter acronym was adopted by a group of mid-20th century French writers who experimented with works restricted by logical or mathematical constraints? Members included Georges Perec and Raymond Queneau.
I have no idea.
No.
Just pass.
Pass.
That's Oulipo. Perec's 1969 novel La Disparition, translated into English under the title A Void, is an example of a work known as a lipogram. What is the defining characteristic of a lipogram?
Are those the ones where there's like a letter that they never use? There's like the
Oh, they emit a certain letter. Emitting a certain letter.
That's exactly right. Associated with the Oulipo group during his later career, which Italian writer created the 1979 experimental narrative work, If on a Winter's Night a Traveller?
Yeah.
Calvino.
Yes, it was indeed. Let's start the question. Which Canadian province is the only one whose borders are not determined by any natural features, bays, rivers, or coastlines?
Imperial O'Flanagan.
Saskatchewan.
Well done. It is indeed. 3 questions for you, Imperial, on a historic building. Commissioned by Hungarian Orientalist Gottlieb Leitner, the Shah Jahan Mosque became Britain's first purpose-built mosque in 1889 upon its completion in which large town in Surrey, about 6 miles north of Guildford?
What? I don't know. Woking?
Yes.
Oh.
Funds for the mosque's construction were provided partially by Shah Jahan Begum. At the time, she was the Sultan of which Islamic principality in India, the territory of which is now part of Madhya Pradesh?
I don't know. I'm making stuff up.
Part of Madhya Pradesh, I don't know.
I don't know.
No. Assam.
No, that's a long way away. It's Bhopal. In which novel of 1898 does the narrator describe the destruction of the mosque during an invasion, saying, quote, "The pinnacle of the mosque had vanished, and the roof line of the college itself looked as if a 100-ton gun had been at work upon it"?
18. Kipling, I don't know.
Something by Kipling.
From the Jungle Book? No, I don't know. I don't know.
Passage to
A Passage to India.
No, it's The War of the Worlds. Picture round now. For your picture starter, you're going to see a photo of an American politician. For 10 points, I need you to give me his name.
SOAS Regan.
I'm afraid, no, sorry, I'm afraid if you buzz, you must answer straight away.
Imperial O'Flanagan.
McCarthy.
It is McCarthy, yes. Your bonus is Imperial. For your picture starter, you saw Joseph McCarthy, who encouraged a government-wide investigation into the presence of communists in American culture that was then led by the House Un-American Activities Committee, or HUAC. For your picture bonuses, you'll see 3 pictures of notable people testifying before HUAC, 5 points for each you can name. First, this author who testified as a friendly witness.
Oh, that's Ayn Rand.
Okay. Ayn Rand.
Yes, secondly, this actor who had signed a 1947 letter condemning the committee.
I don't know.
They said actor, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No.
Cary Grant.
Oh, my goodness. No, it's Jose Ferrer. And lastly, this man who testified that communists had infiltrated the Screen Actors Guild.
Ronald Reagan.
Oh. Yeah, Reagan.
That is Reagan, yes. Let's start the question. I need a 12-letter answer here. Mongoliensis and Osmolsky are the only 2 identified species of what dinosaur of the Cretaceous period? A citation in the OED reads, Mr. Spielberg insisted on the poetic license of having these animals a little...
SOAS Graham.
Velociraptor.
It is indeed. Well done. Your bonuses, SOAS, are on people who died on their birthday. In each case, name the person from the description. First, a prominent figure in the women's movement and author of The Feminine Mystique. She died in 2006, aged 85.
Betty Friedan.
Yeah, Betty Friedan.
Betty Friedan.
Yes. Secondly, a German physician who founded the Scientific Humanitarian Committee. He was a strong advocate for sexual minorities in Nazi Germany and was forced into exile in France, where he died in 1935.
Pass.
No, I'll tell you, it was Magnus Hirschfeld. Finally, a Swedish actress who received Oscars for the films Gaslight, Anastasia and Murder on the Orient Express. She died in 1982.
Ingrid Bergman.
Yes, it is Ingrid Bergman, yes. 4 minutes to go. Seretse Khama was the first president...
Imperial Tom.
Botswana.
Well done.
Sorry.
Yes, indeed. Your bonuses, Imperial, are on 3 questions on water polo at the Summer Olympics. What European national side has won the most gold medals in men's Olympic water polo with 9?
Hungary?
Yeah, I think so. Hungary?
Yes. Set against the backdrop of a popular revolt, the 2006 documentary film Freedom's Fury concerns the unusually violent 1956 Olympic semi-final between Hungary and what national team?
The Soviet Union, yeah. The Soviet Union.
Yes. After widespread lobbying by its sports authorities for inclusion of the event, what country won the inaugural women's tournament in 2000, playing in front of a home crowd?
Australia. One was 2000.
Oh, home crowd, yeah. Australia.
It is Australia. Well done. Let's start the question. When referring to the Welsh language, what English word translates the term treiglad, meaning a change in initial consonant that may be termed soft, aspirate, or nasal? In biology, the same word denotes an alteration in genetic material that results in...
Imperial O'Flanagan.
Mutation.
It is mutation, yes. Your bonuses are on waterways in London. Originating in Luton, which river forms much of the boundary between Hertfordshire and Essex? It passes the site of the Olympic Stadium in Stratford and meets the Thames near Blackwall.
Oh, I don't know.
The Y.
The Wye?
No, I'm just thinking something else.
Originating in Luton. No, it's the River Lee. A man-made waterway completed in 1613, the 20-mile-long New River supplies London with fresh water. It empties into the East Reservoir of which district in the London Borough of Hackney? I need a two-word name.
I don't know any district.
I don't know.
Seven Sisters, I don't know.
Yeah, why not? Seven Sisters.
No, it's not far from there. It's Stoke Newington, which supplies about 10% of London's drinking water. Rising near Barnet, which tributary of the Thames gives its name to the London Borough whose districts include Neasden, Dollishill, Cricklewood and Wembley?
Brent.
Well done. Now start the question. In which English county is the Gibraltar Point National Nature Reserve? A stretch of coastline that runs from the edge of Skegness to the mouth of the Wash.
So it's Ms. Ian.
Lincolnshire.
It is Lincolnshire, yes. Your bonuses are on winners of the Academy Award for Best International Feature Film, formerly known as the Academy Award for Best Foreign Language Film. In each case, SOAS, I need you to name the country from the titles in English of some of the films from it that have won. First, 2010's In a Better World, 1987's Babette's Feast, and 2020's Another Round.
Oh, that's Denmark, I'm pretty sure. Another round is Danish at least.
Denmark?
Yes. Secondly, 1985's The Official Story and 2009's The Secret in Their Eyes.
I think it might be Mexico, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Actually, no, that wouldn't make sense. Maybe Argentina. No, that doesn't work.
Come on.
Argentina.
Yes. Lastly, 2008's Departures, 2021's Drive My Car, and 1950's Rashomon.
Japan.
Yes, well done. No, start the question. Mentioned in a record of about 250 CE, Funan was the Chinese name of an early state founded in which large river delta? It was a major centre for the diffusion of Indian culture in the region.
So it's Graham.
Mekong.
Well done. Your bonuses, SOAS, are 3 questions on civilizations of the ancient Near East. Located in the south of present-day Iraq, what was the first Mesopotamian civilization? Its city-states in the 3rd millennium BCE included Kish, Lagash, Adab and Ur.
Oh, okay, it's not Ur then, so
I was going to say
Uruk.
It's Sumer. Active in the 23rd century BCE, Sargon the Great ruled what kingdom to the northwest of Sumer? Its language is the oldest Semitic dialect still preserved.
Nominate V.
Akkad?
Well done. Sargon was also the name of 2 rulers of which empire in northwestern Mesopotamia? Its capital, Nineveh, was destroyed in 612 BCE.
Nominate Matthew.
Neo-Babylonian.
No, it's Assyria. Bad luck. Let's start the question. In physics, Boyle's law or Marriott's law concerns the relationship between what 2 properties of...
Imperial O'Flanagan.
Pressure and volume.
Well done, yes. Your bonuses, Imperial, are 3 questions on a translator. Anthea Bell, who died in 2018, is noted both for her translations of Freud and Kafka and at the gong, SOAS of 115 and Imperial of 220. Oh, SOAS, you were so phenomenal when you got in with the starters and you were so effective on the bonuses. And the confidence and relish with which you delivered all the correct bonuses was wonderful. So I'm afraid we say goodbye, but it's been a huge pleasure getting to know you. Imperial, that was a hell of a performance. To get over 200 at this stage of the competition is amazing. And it makes me want to ask you about what looks either like a jar of marmalade that's gone off, or is that kimchi?
It's kimchi in honour of the bonus set in our first round match that gave us enough points to stay in the competition.
Well, I hope we see not just you, but that jar of kimchi again. And I hope we can see you again next time too for the second of the repechage matches. But until then, it is goodbye from SOAS.
Goodbye.
Bye.
It's goodbye from Imperial.
Bye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.